Now we've all played with them. The Mortis that will only trick shot. The Dynamike who spends the whole game jumping around because winning, that's just a secondary objective. Or the Shelly who finds the nearest bush, pitches a tent, builds a fire, and camps out. Brawler stereotypes are funny, because they're true. So here are 10 different types of players that you've probably encountered in Brawl Stars. It doesn't matter what trophy level you're at, what time of the day, or even what map you play, there is always, and I do mean always, a Mortis in your Brawl Ball game that refuses to score in a normal manner. The goal is wide open, but that wall, that wall, he sees it, he lines it up, and then every single time, he misses. But does that stop him? No. Oh no. If anything, it adds fuel to the fire. He will do whatever it takes to get that ball back and try again, and again, and again.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And then, after a minimum of 10 attempts, and assuming you haven't lost already, which you probably have, he will finally land one. To which he promptly clips because, he's screen recording all the time, of course, tweets it out, likes and retweets his own post, and then goes back into the game and gets matched with you. Again.
It's not about winning, it's about fun.
It's TRICKSHOT Mortis.
Yo, I like that dude. You know who I don't like though? Shelly. Man, she's a bitch.
There are a few things that stay the same in Brawl Stars, but one has been constant since the start. No matter what showdown game you get into, there will always be a Shelly in the bush. Now, it's unclear exactly what she's doing in there, but we do know that she is waiting for you. Now, maybe you'll get lucky and it's at the start of the game and she's yet to build up her super, so you only get peppered with some shots just as a warning to stay back. If so, consider yourself lucky. For now. Because while you're out there struggling for every cube, narrowly avoiding death, she is motionless, waiting, watching. And for those of us who have brain cells left, it's baffling how they find this fun, but they do. And they continue sitting, lurking, and just salivating at the thought of that one opportunity for when you least expect it, she emerges.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
You've now been reduced to a power cube gobbled up by the bush camping queen. You don't get any style points from bush camping, unlike the next brawler who's only concerned with style. Back when star powers were introduced, a new breed of Dynamikes were formed. These crazy little miners begin to spread, and now it's a foregone conclusion that if you have a Dynamike in your match, winning the game is purely secondary to his ultimate goal, the double jump. Sure, the game has started, but instead of getting into position as fast as possible, he will instantly throw down a stick of dynamite. And that's when you know. That's when you realize that this fight is going to be a 2-on-3 until your little canary-toting teammate, if you can call him that, will not help in any way until he has landed at least one double jump. I mean, sure, he might occasionally throw a shot in the general direction of the enemy, but it's only as a flare in between his pathetic attempts at jumping. And if by some miracle he manages to get his super, instead of helping, he only sees it as a golden opportunity to jump even further. Because who cares about winning when you can be double jump Dynamite? I always roll my eyes when I see that Dynamike. Speaking of rolling, so picture this. You go into a duo showdown game and you see your partner is DARRYL. Awesome, DARRYL's a pretty great brawler for this. Finally, someone who gets it. So you take it slow, bide your time, letting that DARRYL charge his super up because you know that once he has it, heads will roll. Then the time finally comes and you see someone ripe for the picking. You see his super light up and you know that collecting those juicy cubes is just an inevitability, but then, oof. Okay, so, that was just an accident. No big deal, it happens. But then your confidence starts to wane as you see him gadget with no one in range, desperately trying to build up that super. Then, it happens. Desperate to redeem himself, he fulfills the prophecy of the barrel and rolls right into the gas, where he dies, as all DARRYLs do, thus completing the story of DARRYL, the GAS-FIEND. When he's on your team, though, he's trash. But when he's against you, he's like the ultimate assassin. However, the next brawler can't even aim, but it doesn't even really matter. There's one brawler who never misses a shot, but it's not because he's good. It's not because he's lined up the shot, studied which way you're moving, and can predict your jukes. It's not even because he's been practicing and getting better. No, it's because he has the magical star power known as Curveball. It doesn't matter what game mode you're playing. If you get into a game with Spike, you can bet every nickel that you have that Spike will be using Curveball. I mean, then why not? You don't even have to aim. You just throw a shot in the general vicinity and damage. You can spam auto-aim while drinking your coffee. Damage. Heck, you can give the phone to an actual cactus that has no way of even pressing the buttons and damage. Sure, the other star power will heal you, but I mean, who needs to heal if no one can even get close to you? You know him, you hate him. It's Curveball Spike. Curveball is so annoying, but not as annoying as this next brawler. Now, Penny makes it rain, like literally, coins just everywhere. And there's always that one teammate that is like your Siamese twin, conjoined at the hip to you when there's a Penny on the field. It's like their only goal in life is to make sure that you get full splash damage, but that's not what makes Penny annoying. It's that stupid mortar. And it's not just one mortar. Oh no. It's like the mortars never end. You will sacrifice everything to make your way to the most remote part of the map just to kill that stupid thing. And for what? Because 2 seconds after you take it out, you know what's coming. Yep, another mortar. In the same spot, raining down on you and your team from like 11 billion tiles away. And if you can't kill it from a distance, you're gonna run up to it and find out it's just like a bad gift on Christmas and blows up in your face. And if you're not dead, then you know Penny's waiting to throw down another one while she's spamming emotes at you, because that's what she does. Dude, I hate that stupid mortar. Speaking of stupid, the next brawler? So he isn't the smartest brawler, and yeah, to master this brawler, you only really need to press one button. Over and over and over again. But he does deal a ton of damage, and he is a force to be reckoned with. That is, until he gets his super. You see, that's when things go off the rails. Now, he could save that super to pin someone against the wall and kill him, or even close a big distance to make a play, but that would take at least 3 IQ points, and let's be honest, those no longer exist. At this point, there are only a few possibilities. 1, he finds the nearest wall and bulldozes it, regardless of whether it's going to help your team or not. 2, be on the verge of killing somebody and then use that super to charge across the map, leaving the enemy alive and well. Or 3, charge straight into the gas. Now, by using his super, the blood flow to his brain is resumed, resulting in the stark realization that he has only mere seconds to get out of the gas. Which of course doesn't happen, and he dies a slow, embarrassing death. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 3 IQ Bull. I mean, listen, Bull may be a bit dense, but Tick? Yeah. You know what? I'll just say it. Tick is a jerk. I mean, just look at him, waddling around, spouting nonsense, constantly harassing you, and never, ever dying. You know the second that you load into a game and see him that it would be more enjoyable to stick a fork in an electrical outlet than to continue with this game. You know that he's just going to sit back behind the safety of wall, throwing his stupid little mines and blocking every single path that you have to move, and they never stop. And if by chance you do manage to make your way close to him, he just presses his stupid little gadget, and if that doesn't kill you, it knocks you back, giving him the opportunity to run and find another wall where the process begins again. So screw you, Tick. Now, unlike Tick, the next brawler is actually sweet. Just don't ask her to count backwards. It doesn't matter how good Piper is. It doesn't matter if she hits every single shot during the game. There is one thing that she is not good at: counting. You see, she lulls you into a false sense of security by masterfully picking up the gems, killing enemies, and breaking the walls that you don't want there. And just when you're feeling confident in her abilities to do her job, she goes and proves that she is but one in a long line of Pipers that I am convinced cannot count. You see, it never fails that at the end of the game, Piper has the gems. She has her super. She sees the countdown, but instead of timing it just right, she will always leap into the air at least 3 seconds too early and land at the feet of the enemy, essentially delivering the gems to them on a silver platter. And at this point, she will stand and spawn and spam angry emotes, and then, after you lose, she's gonna press play again, secretly hoping that you think it was just a simple mistake and fall into the trap when she does it again. It's Piper. She can't count. Now, Piper's not the only one who loses the gems. In fact, it doesn't get any more classic than our final brawler. He's big, he's imposing, he can position himself so that the enemy has no chance of passing, but all of that means nothing. Instead, he has one singular goal: gems. Now, it doesn't matter if your team already has a gem carrier. Details like that mean nothing to this pea-brained luchador. His mind is focused on the real task at hand, to collect 10 of those mystical floating purple gems. But the mission doesn't stop there. Oh no. Once he has those gems, it's a force of nature that takes over. His body is possessed by this uncontrollable desire. The countdown starts, and the impulse grows stronger, and with every passing second, he can feel it rising. It's like a tide that can't be stopped. There is but one recourse for this overwhelming urge.
And his name is El Primo!
So that's going to wrap it up for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you've got another brawler stereotype, be sure to post it down in the comments below, and maybe we'll do another one of these. But if you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and of course, always use code LEX. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.